Chapter 1. Ray. Almost free. The voice in my head kept repeating those two words over and over again while I crossed off days on my mental calendar until prom and graduation. We'll go together, Ray. So matter of fact, Xander's offer to the high school soiree not even a month ago. It wasn't the least bit romantic, yet it had my heart skipping all the same. We've been best friends for the last few years. My life sucked most days, but he made things brighter, better, happier. My small but joyous cocoon promptly burst, bringing me back to my everyday reality that was my life at home. A dark cloud now hovered over me as I walked through the door of the single wide trailer I've lived in with my parents for 8 years. My small slice of happiness almost forgotten. Sometimes the kids at McAllister Preparatory Academy, the private school I attended several miles outside city limits, called me trailer or ghetto trash. Most of the time, the name-calling happened behind my back, sometimes even making sure I heard them loud and clear. Preppy kids pelted me with immature but no less hurtful insults. In terms of where I lived compared to their lush upbringing, or even the dorms of McAllister, they weren't far off the mark. My family resided in one of the rougher and mostly forgotten areas of Cincinnati. Predominantly black and Latino, my neighborhood included people on the lower rung of the working class. Everyone lived paycheck to paycheck in these parts, or worse. Maybe the paychecks stopped coming altogether, like with my parents. What the hell are you doing here? Speak of the devil and she shall appear. The high-pitched, venomous question halted my steps, stopping me in my tracks as the front door clicked shut behind me. It also left my heart racing and blood boiling. I looked up at my mother, trying hard not to show my overall disappointment for the woman who gave birth to me. She had a practiced nasally voice, having perfected it over the years. Janet Sharp was a lean, light-skinned woman with long legs and even sharper features, which she directed at me most days, like right now, a look of complete disdain clear on her face. She currently wore a slinky negligee, too much makeup, and her house slippers. I inherited my father's dark complexion and softer features, and at just under 5'4", I was considered a squirt by distant cousins, who I haven't laid eyes on in more years than I cared to count. Basically, my mother was the complete opposite of me. While I was studious and hardworking, in and out of school, I didn't remember her ever holding down a job for more than a week or two. She always seemed to have a ready excuse for why it never worked out, and my father let her slide. She'd rather stand on line for a handout than do an honest day's work. As an able-bodied person not quite 40, I couldn't wrap my head around why that was the case.